Howdy everybody, Steve here, KM9G. It's been about a month since the G90 firmware came out, 179B03, which was like a week after the B02 came out that fixed a big problem with AM. So I wanted to give you a quick update on what was going on with the firmware about a month later. Got some feedback from the community that I wanted to share with all y'all. Let's jump right into it. One of the things that I heard was that there was some trouble upgrading and downgrading the firmware. I used the G90 Update FW program from Dale Farnsworth in my version of the upgrade, which is different than the instructions that come from Xiegu. It's a completely different method, much easier. I've got a video on it right up here for you. I was able to downgrade the firmware, upgrade the firmware, downgrade the firmware, no problems whatsoever. If you're having trouble doing the downgrade to go back to a previous version that you like, maybe the G90 update firmware will solve the problem for you. The other thing is that the AM and FM has a different volume level. Well, it's actually FM versus any other mode, and FM is a lot quieter and all the other modes are a lot louder. So if you do any FM work whatsoever with this radio, you probably don't want to be on 179B03. What a great version number. Okay, here we go with the radio in AM mode. You can hear the volume there. If I switch it down to FM mode, that volume just disappears. It's about half. AM, FM. You can hear it a little bit. That's all the way up on FM. So there's your differences there. CW filter settings. They've changed the way that you change the CW filters. There are dedicated buttons, FL and FH, on the front of this radio, and with 179 they moved that functionality somewhere else. I'll show you how it looks. Okay folks, here is how we change the filter bandwidth on CW. First you want to go into CW, and second you want to push the multi-knob over here. And when you push it once, you can move it in one direction, and when you push it twice, you can move it in the other direction. So you're changing the lower and the upper side, and now we are at a bandwidth of 500. You can see right there on the display. So if I push it once, I can change the lower side, and I push it again, I can change the higher side, and I can get it all the way down to 50 Hertz bandwidth. And then you just leave it sit there. I don't like it that they moved it, because now I have this FL and FH button on my radio that don't do anything. It might be a little bit better. I'm not 100% sure. All right, folks, that is the latest and greatest update from the world of Xiegu firmware for the G90. There's a video right over here I think you will like next. Thanks for being awesome. I'll see you over there.